One thing that all three of those people on my thumbnail have in common, the connecting fiber, is to be able to sit. Most guys don't want to hear that. We want to do stuff, get stuff done. And it's to breathe. And then there's an awesome, I think, element to that. If you can do that, certain things happen. And the reason I put Carl Jung or Jung in the middle is because he writes a lot about synchronicities. And that was one of the motivating factors that really propelled my breakthrough. By the end of this video, I'm going to share with you a couple chord structures, G and C. I'll turn on a D, and then just using two fingers. Because if you're a guy like me that doesn't like to sit still very long, but you know you should, just for the meditational mental benefits of being able to kind of meditate, then this one's for you. And then at the end of this video, I'll share with you a little bit of a personal epiphany, like a breakthrough, that has allowed me, in my opinion, to land a dream job, which would have never happened had I just been in reaction mode the way I had been previously. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, I'm teaching G chord with these two fingers. Many of us learned like this. It's probably fine, but if you want to follow what I'm suggesting, then use these two fingers and get into the G position with those two fingers, because we're going to go then to a C position with little effort once you can lock in those things. This isn't about being a great guitarist. If you're new here, this is about using guitar and breath work to reduce stress and anxiety. We try to keep it simple, not perfect. So Chase Hughes had a video recently that really struck a chord with me, and he was talking about the importance of just sitting with uncomfortableness. Very specifically for me, you know, I have some experiences in my past that were incredibly uncomfortable, causing PTSD, CPTSD, anxiety, and addiction. And it wasn't until I was able to sit with those feelings that I was able to experience some major breakthrough. The major breakthrough is that I was able to get it out. And in my specific case, nobody would listen. And I don't think it was intentional. I just think either people don't want to hear that, or they were incapable of hearing that. With Chase Hughes's video, he helped me validate why A, I wrote my book Hollow, and B, I finally sat with somebody for EMDR who just shut the up and just listened. And that was pretty difficult to find. By doing guitar and breath work, you'll learn to sit with yourself, as uncomfortable as that may be. And you might need professional help on that. I'm not sure. Nor am I qualified to tell you what you should do. Andrew Huberman, neuroscience, I was teaching a class called Medical Detectives for the last 4 or 5 years, where we're dissecting brains, sheep's brains, and we're studying neuroscience. And it was a fantastic class. And I connected all those concepts to this guitar and breath work. So it's like, I know that it works. Some of us need an explanation as to why. That helped me uncover that. For you and I in this guitar channel, I would say just do the stuff. And maybe you know more about neuroscience than I can explain here. And if you're interested in connecting those dots, then just do the action, and the explanation or the discovery will come later. So here's the actual technique. I'm using my thumb and my finger on all the chords, G, C. Even when I switch to the D, I'm just pinching. You can take guitar lessons and learn theory, what all those notes are. That's not the intent of this channel. I'm sure it would benefit you if you really want to up your guitar playing game. I'm interested in helping people break through. By doing the breathing and the guitar work, this is the lightest I've ever felt, the calmest I've ever felt, the most energetic I've ever felt, the more in personal control that I've ever felt. And what it does is it helps me clear away the clutter, the heaviness of life, and gave me the ability to kind of see my next path, as opposed to constantly reacting in survival mode. I can maybe compare it to, say, being in the military where somebody's always telling you what to do, to you get to decide what to do and tell others what to do because they don't know what to do, and you do. I laugh because that, to me, is something I would have never imagined. And the list really goes on. I feel refreshed, clear-minded, empathetic, and compassionate, not only for other people that are living a very heavy lifestyle, but for myself. And it allowed me to create better and stronger boundaries, which ultimately are built around self-love. So that's the technique. Before we sign off, a quick recap. You can use any chord. I'm using the G and the C, turning on the D, and I'm using 2 fingers, and I'm not wondering which notes exactly am I hitting. I'm listening, and I'm trying to find a rhythmic pattern that I can breathe with. The longer I do this, the better, but realistically, a couple minutes is all it takes. You'll probably get to a point where a couple minutes isn't long enough. You want to go longer. That is totally awesome. To be able to sit that long without anxiously having to go do something, it's very beneficial. All right, thanks for coming by, and spread the word. People that are looking for natural ways to reduce anxiety, maybe even, bigger stuff. Oh yeah, the job I mentioned. So 2 people influenced me when I was a kid, big time. And they influenced me in ways basically put me in line, and nobody else could do that. And they were my autos teacher and my metals teacher in high school. And, I almost got kicked off the football team, for example, just from being an idiot. And these guys corralled me. Nobody else could. So the dream job I'm referencing is, as of recent, I'm stepping away from my medical teaching position, medical detectives, and my health teaching position, health science and wellness. And I'm stepping into a tech ed position where I'll be teaching autos and metals and graphic design. I design my own thumbnails, my own digital stuff, and my own artwork, etc. The stuff you see around me. And I get to teach that to high schoolers. That would have never been possible prior to the lifestyle I was kind of trapped in. So another testament to the power of clarity. I don't know. Thanks for being here, and drop a comment if you want to learn more. Thanks.